There's something about the way this air rifle handles that makes you forget it is a break barrel. Usually, these things feel a bit clunky or unbalanced, but the Whisper Fusion Pro manages to keep things surprisingly tight. It has a certain weight to it that feels substantial without being a chore to carry around the field. The real story here, though, is what is happening under the hood. That 33-cylinder power plant is doing some heavy lifting. When you see claims of 1,400 feet per second with those platinum pellets, it sounds like marketing fluff, but in practice, this thing hits with a level of authority that is hard to ignore. It is fast, and it is loud enough to remind you that this is not a toy, even with that dual noise dampening tech working overtime. Speaking of the dampening, it does a decent job of taking the sharp crack out of the shot, though you are still going to hear the mechanical snap of the piston. It is a trade-off for that kind of velocity, but it is a fair one. Now, the scope included in the box is a 39x40 with an adjustable objective, which is a nice touch because it lets you dial in your focus for different distances. It is not a high-end piece of glass by any means, but for general target work or pest control, it gets the job done without much fuss. One thing that stands out is the trigger pull. It is crisp enough to keep your shots consistent, which is vital when you are pushing this much power. If there is a downside, it is the cocking effort. Because of that massive power plant, you are going to feel it in your shoulders after a long afternoon of shooting. It is not for the faint of heart, and younger shooters might find it a bit of a struggle to break the barrel repeatedly. Also, the stock has a very specific synthetic feel. It is durable and weather-resistant, sure, but it lacks that classic wood grain warmth some people prefer. It is purely functional, built for performance rather than aesthetics. You get the sense that this rifle was designed for someone who wants to hit their mark with speed and doesn't care much for frills. It is a workhorse. If you're looking for something that bridges the gap between a casual backyard plinker and a serious hunting tool, this fits that middle ground quite well. It is not perfect, and the cocking effort is definitely something to keep in mind, but for the sheer output you get, it is a solid piece of kit that holds its own. It is reliable, it is punchy, and it does exactly what it says on the box without trying too hard to be something it isn't. If you can handle the break barrel effort, it is a pretty impressive setup for the price.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.